Yo, what is up PPL fans, Shoutout here, coach of Bayern Munich, and welcome to PPL Season 4 Week 9 team analysis, not the actual battle. This week we're against Necrostevo and his Eterna City Enders. His link will be down below. As always, make sure to check him out. Lovely dude, great voice, and just a fantastic dude. So, our previous encounters with Necro have been very good for us. In Season 2, we won 5-0, and last season we won 6-0. So, Necro is really out to get us this season. I can assure you that. It's not going to be an easy match. I also think those two wins were pretty much just because his draft just wasn't good the last two seasons, in my opinion. And Mewnich was really good against his team the last two seasons. This season that has changed. He has a very good team, in my opinion. Not necessarily my style, but like a lot of his Pokemon are just cool, and then just everything fits together fairly well. And he has a lot more threats, a lot more defensive answers as usual, and just I like his team. Definitely a threatening team for sure. And I don't have a Mewnich this season, so that's unfortunate. So now, Necro's team, as you can see on screen, consists of Garchomp, Mega Blastoise, Gardevoir, Ferrothorn, Weavile, Magneton, Rhyperior, Primeape, Volcarona, and Golbat. Oh, burping. Okay. Now, the biggest threats to my team are the first three, because all three of those are really hard to deal with for my entire team. I have a Fairy in Clayable, but Garchomp's dual stab, his Earthquake, just kind of plows it. Mega Blastoise, I don't have a good switch into. As you can see, the note from my initial team building, the first thing I did a couple weeks ago, I was like, you need a Citrus Spray on a Rotom Wash. Otherwise, Mega Blastoise kind of fucks you. It's like an easy 3-hit kill with, I think it's like a 4-hit kill. So, you know, there's that. Gardevoir, as with Azumarill last week, my Fairy Resist is a Nidoqueen. Does not want to take a Psychic move, like at all. So that's a problem. If you bring Specs, I just lose a Pokemon every time it comes in. Actually, that's just how it goes. Also, my Fairy Resist is Simicia, but doesn't count as one. So, you know, there's that. Ferrothorn is not a problem. It's a Ferrothorn, not worried about it at all. Already played that this season. Alex dropped it and the Necro picked it up in exchange for Rotom Mo. Weavile is also a pretty big threat to my team. Strongly hinders Latia's viability because it just can Pursuit Trap me very easily. That's a problem. I don't think he's bringing like a Bandit variant, so that's good because I have Lucario. So I don't think he can allow himself to bring a Bandit variant just because his team is ridiculously weak to Lucario. Magneton, not necessarily a massive threat, but I think he has to bring it. I think he is forced to bring it. I don't think it has an amazing matchup, but I think he's 100% forced to bring it against my team. Why? Because it's his only check to Lucario. Literally. Scarf Magneton is the only way, and he does not get swept by SD Lucario late game. Bulky Garchomp helps, but if that gets worn down, which my team can wear down Pokemon fairly effectively, he just kind of loses. So, I think he has to bring Scarf Magneton. It also checks Mega Pidgeot very effectively, which is also a massive threat to his team. So, Scarf Magneton I think has to come. I don't think there's a way that he cannot bring that. I don't think he can allow himself that. Rhyperior, don't necessarily see it coming. It's his Hurricane Resist, his best one. So I guess he can attempt to switch to Mega Pidgeot, but a Hidden Power plus Hurricane will kill it after a little bit of prior damage. So that's not too threatening. Also, I have things like Rotom and Gurgeist to deal fairly effectively with it. So don't think he's bringing offense. He could. Like, offensive for a period is always fairly spooky, unless you have a chest on or something of the sort. So definitely can still happen. Primeape is not coming, just like Hitmonlee last week. Primeape is also like even worse than Hitmonlee. It's just garbage. It just doesn't do anything against my team. Again, my team is really good against fighting types. If he brings them, I'm going to be very surprised, and if he does, he probably has some trick up his sleeve, which I can definitely see him do because he's a very experienced player. Then we have Volcarona. Volcarona is also a massive threat, just as threatening as the first three. I just kind of didn't mention it for some reason. If Volcarona gets set up, I am in trouble, in big trouble, so that's fun. I just need to prevent it from setting up. I need to check it. Pretty much forces me to bring Unawakened Fable, because otherwise Volcarona just kind of plow through my team. I don't want that. And then Golbat. Golbat is a Golbat. It's there. It's annoying, but it's not a threat. It's just annoying, and I need to take action against that thing just walling my entire team. So that's that. Now, as you can see, I only put in the speed tiers because I don't need anything else for preps, and I'm lazy, so, you know. in case you're wondering. So let's get into the team that I am bringing this week. Let's adjust these dimensions, and as you can see, the first Pokemon we're bringing is of course Anubis the Lucario. After not being on the team week 8, it is here now, and as I said, the thing just plows through his team. He is so weak to Lucario. Air Balloon allows me to set up on Garchomp, gives me a good check to Garchomp as well. If he was like an SD variant, I can live any one hit, obviously, that isn't an Earthquake, and with Air Balloon, I'm immune to that. I can Ice Punch him, and then we'll be fine. Also allows me to set up on Rhyperior, and that's just really valuable. I can set up on both of those. Those are probably my best setup options, and that's just nice. Sword Stance, Extreme Speed, Close Combat, and Ice Punch, Max Attack, Adamant, 164 Speed, and 92 in HP. That speed is for something that I don't remember. I genuinely don't. I think Magneton. I don't think I want to outspeed Gardevoir because I'm going to E-speed that anyway. It's my best move to hit it, so no point not speeding that at all. So, yeah, just Jolly Magneton. Lucario sweeps. That's... If I play correctly, if I play my cards right, then Lucario should clean up this game at the end with an SD up. That's kind of how it goes. Ice Punch is there to hit Garchomp and Golbat, and that's pretty much all I need it for. And other than that, just Close Combat plus E-Speed just destroys team, and that's nice. So pretty self-explanatory. Lucario does a ton of work. Justified, of course, in case he does bring a Bandit Weavile, or if I have to emergency switch it into Weavile, or just do switch it into Weavile. I get Justified boost, +1 attack, and then I just hurt things without having to go for SD, and that's nice. Next up, we have Halsey, the Mega Pidgeot, another massive threat to his team with the Pidgeot type. No God as the ability, Hurricane, Heat Wave, Hidden Power Water, and Substitute. One Hidden Power Water over Hidden Power Grass, even though Hidden Power Grass gives better IVs. I think it only knows 1 stat or something, I don't remember. Because Hidden Power Water is just better against the team. It also hits Volcarona, so I don't have to predict as much with Hidden Power Water as I would have with HP Grass. I can also hit the Magneton for neutral damage, but HP Grass would be resisted, so just tiny differences. They're not gonna make a huge difference in the game, but nice to have there. And yeah, max special attack pretty much, 228 speed, 24 defense, 4 in HP, and 4 in speed F. That speed allows me to outspeed his Garchomp, I would assume. Yeah, it should be Garchomp. And Substitute. Why do I have Substitute? Heat Wave will go for Magneton, Hurricane for Stab, but Water for Rhyperior. Pretty obvious. Substitute though. His best way of dealing with the thing are offensively checking it with things like Magneton, Scarf Magneton, and with Weavile. If I get up a Substitute before those two can come in, if he tries to sack something against this, I can get a free Substitute off, and then he is in trouble. That is kind of the point of Substitute. If he pretty much has to pick a fodder every time this comes in, unless he's like fully Spit F Gardevoir, and even then it doesn't really want to take a Hurricane at all. And if he rings Spit F Gardevoir, that's another thing that isn't threatening to my team, because offensive Gardevoir kind of plows through me. So that's cool. Yeah, if I get up a sub, then Weavile can't just revenge kill me, because he has to go for Ice Crash, and then I kill him with a Heat Wave, and then everyone is happy, except for Necro and Weavile. But yeah. I am happy, that's all that matters. Also means if he goes, Magneton after that, I can just Heat Wave that, or I can click Hurricane, expecting to Volt Switch, or can sub again, depending on Volt Switch, predicting to Volt Switch, so just that kind of thing, and that's really nice. I can also go Nidoqueen with a sub up, and then get up free hazards. So speaking of Nidoqueen, that's the next mon we're going into, S-Death, with a Life Orb, Sheer Force, Stealth Rock, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Toxic Spikes. Max HP, 164 special attack, modest, and 92 speed. That speed allows me to outspeed something that I forgot. I think it's Mega Blastoise, but no, I'm speed creeping my own Rotom Wash. I think that if he speed creeps anything with his Blastoise, it's gonna be Rotom, so I spec crap that, and I'm just gonna outspeed him. That's kind of the plan, because Earth Power does a ton to Mega Blastoise. I can get rocks or T-Specs on it, if necessary, and that's nice. So, the Mammoth Wine coverage, Earth Power Ice Beam, does a ton of work to his team. There's nothing really wants to take it, outside of like a Spit F Ferrothorn and Spit F Gardevoir. But he's not switching in Gardevoir on a Nidoqueen, that'd be ridiculous. So, Rocks and T-Spikes are really good against team, and they help Lucario so much in sweeping. They also help a Pidgeot, of course. If he can have Rocks and T-Spikes, then his team gets worn down, especially Garchomp. If he brings that as his Lucario check, then getting a poison off or anything is going to be so valuable. And yeah, that's that. Life Orb allows me to absolutely destroy his team. He doesn't have a good switch into this, and there's a good chance that he's not going to be able to prep as much for this thing as he would normally want to, because he has to prep a ton for these other two threats. So that's nice, and just the other threats on my team to his team. Simisear, for example. Simisear is also another big threat to his team that I'm not bringing. unfortunately, but you know, was bringing like a sub nasty spot variant, which couldn't touch Garchomp, but I had my plan for that. But yeah, attack spikes are cool. If I get them up against his team, he's not going to be happy. He doesn't have a poison type, and his hazard removal is Mega Blastoise. So if I get a and Golbat, but I think Blastoise is more likely in Golbat against my team. Though Golbat could come to deal with Clefable and stuff like that, somewhat more effectively. And if we get a poison off on Mega Blastoise, that's just beautiful because it's gonna get worn down, and that's glorious. And I probably outspeed it. So that's that. Nidoqueen is good. Get up hazards, take hits, do ow, pretty much. Max HP, I think I had a reason why I had max HP of a max special attack. I think there's something I can live. I think Magneton, I think this helps me deal with Magneton, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, with Scarf Magneton doesn't 2-KO me with Flash Cannon. I think that's what it was. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So, next up we have, of course, Moonshine Necrostevo. She has to come, that's just how it works. Leftovers, Unawares, the ability Moonblast, T-Wave, Calm Mind, and Moonlight with the standard spread once again because it helps. It just works against the team. Deals with Garchomp if it's not Life Orb or Bandit. It deals with Gardevoir if it's not Life Orb or Specs. It deals with Weavile pretty much, unless he has Poison Jab or is Bandit with Icicle Crash. And yeah. So, this set can put in a ton of work against his team. I beat Magneton after I get up a Calm Mind or two. I just do. Ferrothorn, I think I can beat otherwise. I actually want to play one with the EVs, but I'm not actually going to play this game myself this week. I completely forgot to mention that. Since Necro lives in different time zone, he has work and stuff. We couldn't schedule the game so that we can both actually play it. So my good buddy Mr. Murkrow, fellow GPC competitor, is going to take over this week and play Necro for me. He lives in America as well, so they can schedule that game much more easily. So I wanted to change the spread to a minus speed variant potentially, so I can, and like a less IV, so I can set up on Ferrothorn, so that Gyro Ball doesn't 2-KO me, but wouldn't have worked anyway with only Moonlight and not Soft Boil, so probably wouldn't have done it anyway, but the thought was there. I think people have done it on the ladder a couple times, so I was considering it, but didn't feel like it. Basically, this is my check to Volcarona. This also helps me with SD Garchomp because he can live any one hit, and if he's like sub SD sha-leik or some shit like that, I just plop his substitute or just plop him with a ton of damage from Moonblast, and that's nice. It also helps with like a double dance Rapiria, I suppose, if I somehow let that happen. Call my Gardevoir, you know, stuff like that. I can just T-Wave scary stuff like Gardevoir and Volcarona, and then they're dealt with. Obviously, I can't do anything back to Volcarona because I'm a Clefable, but getting a T-Wave off is all I need pretty much. So, that's that. And yeah, just deal with Volcarona pretty much. Next up, we have Overwash, the Rotom Wash with the Citrus Berries, Levitate as the ability, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Ice, Will-O-Wisp, and T-Wave. I think, I'm actually pretty certain Murk changed this. I think he changed Will-O-Wisp. I think he changed Will-O-Wisp to Hydro Pump because he just felt that was better. Fair enough. So yeah, max HP, max special 10. Talking is really hard, dude. Max HP, max special 10 defense. Jesus, okay. Calm Nature, 4 in defense. This is just my switch into Mega Blastoise with the Citrus Berry. I get 4 hit KO'd by a modest Dark Bolt, and that's nice. Yeah, this also checks Weavile because I can live any one hit. I can T-Wave it or Will-O-Wisp it. Actually, I can't Will-O-Wisp it because Murk put Hydro Pump there, so there's that. Yeah, this thing is just a huge nuisance to his team, as it tends to be. It's what Rotom does. HP is there to hit Garchomp reliably because Hydro Pump misses, HP doesn't. And I do a ton to that. I also beat Rhyperior anyway with Will-O-Wisp, so I didn't need Hydro Pump in my opinion, but again, Murk changed it, so it's fair play to him. Mainly just gonna be checking Mega Blastoise and just trying to gain initiative on his team. None of his electric Mewtwo's want to switch into this at all, Rhyperior and Garchomp, so I can freely gain momentum. If he does go into any of these, I just click Will-O-Wisp, so, you know, I'm fine with that. And that's pretty much what I want to steal now. The last set, this is an interesting one. We have Nyx's Needle with the Choice Scarf, Pickpocket as the ability, Knock Off, Icicle Crash, Low Kick, and Ice Shard. Max attack, 156 speed, Jolly Nature, and 100 in HP. That is enough to outspeed his Garchomp. Now, why am I bringing in Scarf Sneasel? Shoddy, his only thing faster than this is a Weavile, and you are correct. That is one of the reasons why it's there. I can surprise surprise Weavile, and just kill with a low kick, chew Ice Shard, and that's gonna be fun. What this also allows me to do is deal with his Scarfers. Scarf Garchomp is an option, Scarf Gardevoir is an option, and Scarf Magneton is pretty much necessary in my opinion. So if I can catch the Magneton turn 1 potentially and just click knockoff against it, get rid of its choice scarf, Lucario wins. That is another way of winning with Lucario, is scarf knockoff on Sneasel. I might lose Sneasel in the process, but I think he's gonna click Volt Switch anyway rather than Flash Cannon, so yeah. Because it could be, you know, Sash anyway if I lead with it. So I could lead this thing against Magneton if I feel like it, get rid of its choice scarf right away, and then Lucario has even more fun. Which is why I made sure to speed Jolly, max speed Magneton. So yeah, it's done a really good job. Also helps me check every potential scarf on his team. I do a ton of damage, get rid of the choice scarf with knockoff, or just kill him with Icicle Crash, and then that's dealt with. Yeah, Weavile was looking still kind of scary, so scarf, low kick, Sneasel just checks that, and that's nice. And this also gives me something else. I can hit Volcarona. If it's set up to +1, I can knock it off, do a fair amount of damage, potentially kill it from the range that it might be at. And then it's hopefully in range for E-Speed from Lucario if I don't get a Rocks. It should be. It actually is guaranteed at that point. So, if I get a Rocks. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Sneasel I like Scarf Sneasel a lot in this matchup. I think it might save my ass, potentially. Who knows? So, that's gonna be it for the team. Tell me what you think of the team. Tell me what you think of the matchup, and do you think we or Murk can actually win this game? Murk is gonna commentate the game himself, so make sure to watch that, and it's gonna be on my channel though. And yeah, make sure to check out the links in the description below to the PPL, to Keyno, to Murk, who's gonna play, and of course to my opponent Necrostevo. And with all that being said, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some newts. I will appreciate all of you, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.